We're hoping for great weather. Now, if you've never been through a total solar eclipse before, it's going to be breathtaking this Monday. I was in South Carolina in 2017 for that total solar eclipse, and I'm happy to share my experience with you this morning. I'm getting chills thinking about it now.
So it's not your first eclipse, right?
No, not my first eclipse at all. In fact, I've seen a couple partial eclipses before. One I remember on December 25th, 2000 in New York, which was great. It was a partial eclipse. Then another one here in North Texas last fall. But the total solar eclipse, I remember that one being absolutely breathtaking back in August of 2017 in Columbia, South Carolina. I saw totality there in the state of South Carolina, and it's something I'll never forget. You see young Dominic, I didn't have all the hair that I have right now, right? Over the course of the morning, you saw how empty that area was in front of the South Carolina State Museum. And then gradually through the day, you saw all these people coming to witness this event. What's interesting over the course of the day is that the excitement started to build as you started getting closer to the event, right? So you're starting to put your glasses on, because every now and then you can look up and you'll slowly start seeing the moon go in front of the sun. And it's a gradual process. And as you get closer to that totality time, you're still looking up with your glasses and you're like, oh my gosh, this is almost it. And right on time, there it is. The moon covering the sun, and you can take off your glasses. And at that point, you're like, we did it. You know, we did it. And I'm getting chills thinking about it right now. How you heard the cheers in the crowd. People were hugging each other. Some folks were crying, even on our staff. You know, I was almost getting teared up as you're looking up, and you could take those glasses off and you could witness twilight. And that's really what it is. It's not complete darkness during totality, but it's more like dusk or dawn, where it looks like it's almost sunset in the middle of the day. Freaky. You look up in the sky and you're like, this is it. What we've been planning for, what we've been waiting for, what people have traveled for is finally here. And then you get those couple minutes or whatever it was at the time, and then eventually you start seeing the moon starting to move away. And that's when you start putting back those glasses back on your eyes and on your face so that you can protect your eyes. And then eventually it all went back to daylight, full daylight at that point. People were still excited about what they witnessed, and then everybody kind of scattered away and went about their day as normal.
Earth, wind, and smiles.
Yeah, for real. I mean, it's unbelievable, even when I think about it now, to have experienced that. And like I said, in the last hour, I didn't understand it until I was there. I got to experience it. It's something that you'll literally never forget.
Well, and it's one of those rare events where the entire community, honestly, the entire world is collectively experiencing something at the same time.
I mean, people were crying, people were hugging each other, they were cheering each other as well and cheering on. I mean, at the very second, at the very minute, I mean, everything aligned and happened. And it got cooler at one moment. You got to see the stars a little bit too. I'm hoping the clouds will kind of scour out so we can see some of that this Monday.
Yeah, it's cool how it connects everyone. What was it like the morning of leading up to the time when it happened?
Stressful. Stressful because we had a chance of thunderstorms in the forecast, and there was just a small area in the viewing area that did have thunderstorms, but for most of the state it was perfect weather. I wish we could bring
Been there and done that before, right?
Yeah, but it was stressful. Once it got there toward totality, it was amazing.
Well, and on Monday, on the day of the eclipse, Dominic, you're going to be super involved. You're going to have another busy, stressful morning because we're going to send him to Clyde Warren Park. He's going to be checking it out there. But our CBS News Texas photojournalists and engineers, you see them there. That's kind of the meeting of the minds, as I like to call it. They're going to be joining us from all across the state on Monday. Dominic, as I mentioned, in Clyde Warren Park. Our photojournalists spread out from Eagle Pass all the way up to Paris. So join us for this special presentation. It's going to be a live eclipse show that's going to start at 12:30 Monday afternoon. It's called Into the Darkness, a Texas total eclipse. It's going to be something you will